Welcome back. Thought I'd give you an update on what's been going on the last couple weeks here on the layout. One of the questions I have to start with is Elmer's glue. And I thought Elmer's glue was Elmer's glue, but you have Elmer's glue all, which I've been using, works well. Mix it 50-50. Have a hard time spraying it. I'll talk about that in a minute. But I ran out, so I ran out and grabbed some, not seeing, but this is the school glue. This one just didn't want to quite work correctly for scenery. I started looking on the internet, and this is a different formula than what this is. This is more of a water soluble. It stays water soluble. This one is more of a permanent setting. So I trashed this one, let my grandkids play with it, and went to this one here. It works well for using the eyedropper, mixing it. In fact, I mix it about 40% glue all and 60% water. The eyedropper works well, but when I get to the spray bottle, it just doesn't seem like it wants to spray. Sprays water out just fine. When all of a sudden when it starts picking up the glue, it stops. It goes to more of a straight stream, and I just don't understand. I even added alcohol. I will say I have to hand it to Woodland Scenic. Their cement, I have no problem. Put it in the same spray bottle, sprays well, a little more expensive. So we'll see. Anyway, if anybody has any answers on how to get the glue all to spray, maybe I'm using the wrong spray bottle. So please put it down in the comments section. Anyway, here's what's been going on the layout. Okay, back to trying to smooth out the old road bed here after the plaster cloth goes down. I found using a 1-inch sanding block. It's about 6 inches long, and using that to try to level everything out. That kind of helps. Nice straight edge to go along and trying to get all the bumps and dips out of it. And I kind of mark it up. Take a felt pen and either I kind of X the high spots or scribble in the low spots that maybe I might need to add a little plaster. So getting this one pretty close. I'll show you how I mix up a real weak solution of the plaster. It works for me. We'll go. Okay, I've wetted the surface down pretty good. Like I say, this is some pretty soupy stuff I have here. When it hits that plaster cloth, it really kind of sucks it out. Another one I have here is it's an old Bondo plastic piece I use to kind of smooth a bit and keep that spray bottle of water, because you're going to need that to keep soaking it up. So we lay some in there, kind of smooth this around. Take that, just want to get a little bit higher than the rest of the area. Kind of let it level itself, and we can always sand down the high spots. So I'm going to leave that before I sand it, and then if I can do this area up in here, it's kind of porous. So I use the rest of this to kind of pour in there and just keep it wet. And you can fill that plaster cloth in pretty easy with that. Kind of keep smoothing around and And let that set up for a day and we'll be all set. Been working on this left-hand side of the layout. It never did have scenery from the time that I moved down here from Michigan. Intentionally did not put any on it because I knew it was going to have to be moved. So I've been working away at trying to get this completed, and I'm going to do that in the next day or two. It's kind of my next goal, is to get this area filled in through here, and that'll take care of that one. Going down to the right hand side that I've been extending, and of course the last time you saw it I had a big hole in this area trying to get some of the tree line done. I'm just not brave enough to put the mountains in the background. I'm just going to put some clouds up there on it, and the horizon will just have to be down there. But I've been working. I finally got this with that completed. Track kind of brought up a little ways. I got this filled in, and I've been trying to decide what I want to put in here. Did complete putting the Monroe junkyard together. Very, very pleased with their model. Very nicely detailed. I like to weather it just a little bit, and I haven't quite figured out how I want to do that. And might have to figure out how. They use a lot of self-sticking pieces. So been working with that. Quick tip on the junkyard by Monroe, Quonset hut. The top comes flat. Take it and roll it so it almost fits the curvature of the Quonset hut. I'm finding that mine is wanting to pull away, and I'm hoping that super glue will take that and hold that in there for me. So just be warned. That's the only fault I found with this product. Going to bring this road around, turn it into gravel, and have this gravel area. I really liked, I've got a couple old, I'll build the caboose up a bit to be kind of an office building for whatever they're doing in this this building over here. Also put together the Monroe crane. Yeah, this actually sits up on some pillar blocks, but got this together, and boy, they said put it together with super glue, and I'm kind of going, wow. The two beams here have to be attached to the sides, and but it sure works. If you do one of these cranes, just make sure, line everything up first. Match the pieces up before you do any gluing. I had to do a lot of getting these just the right angle so that they would touch when this, if I get the camera correct, getting the side piece here bent just to the right angle. It's very soft. A pair of pliers, you can do it very, very slowly to make sure it reaches the side here when this gets in, touches the side here. So it probably took me about an hour or so to sit there and match everything up and then start the gluing process. Went together quite well. Paint it, get the crane, get the pedestals on it, and that'll probably go back in this area, junkyard area, and do that. So I've been just kind of laying some cork out here, not quite sure what I want to do. One of the things I always run into is this curve quite kind of complete? And I do have any rail, but I instead of printing out a huge area, what I finally did was I went over and I printed out some templates. Just 90 degree, a 10, here's a 12, 14-inch radius. And I can actually take that. I don't want anything really smaller than a 12. So I have the 10 just to make sure. But kind of able to lay that down. Okay, is that? Oh wow. Okay, that's a lot bigger. I wrap this up. Boy, I tell you what, I sure suck at trying to make trees. I get these things to try to glue on here, try to do these things. Wanted to make some trees. I don't know if anybody's got a good way, but tell me, please, how to do it. Okay, well, I hope I've given you some ideas and kind of caught you up to date what's going on here. And we'll bring you another update when I make a little more progress. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day.